So what you see here is a tee and a yellow ball. And the reason why I've got these is for two aspects. I want us to be feeling like we're striking down to be able to make a nice crisp contact, but I also want us to be able to use the wrist, the weight of the club to generate a nice sort of free flowing strike to the ball, so we're not trying to force it or contort our bodies too much to create it. Now, what we have is a combination of things as we're making, a modified tweak golf swing. You don't have to apply them all. You don't have to apply the foot back. You don't have to apply the heel, the toes pointing out, or the heel lifting. You might be fine with an arm that is more rotational from the core. You don't necessarily have to just feel like the arms are swinging up and down. But one thing that I would like you to have, like we talked about in the tennis, is that feeling of shallowing, feeling the weight of the club, and that we're brushing around. So we want to really stop that sort of over the top sensation where we're hitting at it. But we also want to make sure that we're striking the ball, then the turf next. So as we come forward, we don't want to be flipping. We don't want to be trying to help the ball up. We've moved it back in our stance, so we should be able to compress that golf ball with a bit less force. But a little, a visual aid to try and hit that tee peg as we strike the ball is actually really going to help us. But one slight adjustment that I want us to make, let's see if I can get this in line here. So there's my sort of intended target. I'm going to exaggerate this a little bit. So my intended target is that away, okay? But I'm going to feel that my swing is actually a little bit more inside to out. And instead of finishing around here, we're going to feel like our hands are just that little bit higher up this way. So what that's going to do, just by sort of finishing a little bit higher as the focus, you won't have to think so much about what the arms and hands are doing for the rest of the time. It should be a little bit more of a natural occurrence. So I'm going to see if I can do this. This is a bit exaggerated, but we've got our setup. I've just got a 5-iron here. I'm moving it back in my stance. Okay. Now I'm going to swing nice and freely, but I'm going to really try and compress that and finish a little bit higher. And that was a super strike. Pretty much a 3/4 golf swing, but it gave me the exact strike that I wanted with, a lot less thoughts going on in my mind. All I was trying to do was hit that tee peg and have the hands a little bit higher. And you might even start getting some sweeping draws off that. So give it a try. It might take a few goes to practice it. Start with some short irons at first, maybe 7s, 8s, and see how you go.